had her. She just took off. You're out working your bees, you spot your queen, suddenly she takes flight. What do? This exact same thing just happened when I was catching a swarm, so I'll show you how I dealt with it then. And hang around till the end and I'll tell you the single most important thing you can do to try and ensure that queen finds her way back into the box. Here we go, first swarm of the season. So let's get on a little wet down. It's 29th of July, so still winter. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice. There we have it. So the aim of the game now is to find the queen, cage her, and then we'll get the rest in this box fairly quickly after that. Chances are she's clumped up right inside there somewhere. So the sugar syrup's just going to slow them down a bit, and then we're just going to drop them. Right, here, like that. Okay. Let's see. So they're going to start crawling uphill in a minute towards the box and into that hole. Starting to get some movement uphill, just here. We've got fanning going on here with Nazanoff, which is going to draw them up that way. Queen's still down here somewhere. There she is, right there. Oh, got her. Had her. She just took off. So in this case, I'm not moving at the moment, just to see where she might land. I'm pretty confident she'll come back down. She'll smell the Nazanoff. She'll see the bees running in, and she's going to come back down if we're just nice and calm. There she is. She's back. This time we won't let her go. There we go. Just get it in there, will you? So it felt like a bit of a fatal mistake then to let the queen go before I got her in a cage. She just slipped my grasp as I picked her up, but they're kind of predictable. She could have gone and landed in a tree, but I think there was enough Nazanoff in the air down here to get her to just come and land back down here. So I didn't panic, I just waited, and sure enough, back she came. So now we've got a bunch of bees inside the box here, and we want to get a queen in here. The other thing, it's not a huge swarm, it's bigger than it looked initially. And that's typical in this sort of weather when it's nice and cold, well, fairly cool. The cluster really clumps up tightly to keep warm. In the middle of summer, being really hot, that cluster would have looked, the bivouac would have looked probably 1.5 times bigger. What I'm going to do is drop a sugar feeder into this box here, because if there's one thing that you can say about swarms is that they build beautiful comb. They draw out our frames of beeswax really quickly, and that is gold. So this is what I'm going to whack in. It's just a two frame feeder. I quite like these ones because they've got a little ladder. The bees can't get inside and drown. The cheaper ones don't have that, and it will drown a lot of bees if you're not careful. You've got to make sure it's all closed up nice and properly, but it just occupies 2 frames in there. And here I've got some sugar syrup made up. So our sugar syrup here is made up at a ratio of about 1.3 parts water to 1 part sugar. Nice and thin. It allows them to really suck it down quickly. And within about 3 or 4 or 5 days, they will have drawn out most of these 7 frames completely. Now it's just a matter of getting letting the bees know where the queen is. So if I'm really careful, I can scoop them off and go, there's the queen right there. Like such. Like that. And once they know where the queen is, they'll start fanning their pheromone and letting all the other bees know where she is. So we've got enough in there now at the moment just to justify putting the lid on, I reckon. Do it nice and gently so we don't squish bees. Come on, in you go, girls. Nice and gentle, they'll move out of the way. What's that, Bill? Oh no, we got the queen in the cage there, and she's inside the box. So.
Are you waiting for the others to?
Oh, they'll all go in
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's amazing. This morning when they first came there, I could hear them buzzing.
Oh yeah.
An hour later, they'd all settle down, eh?
Yeah.
You know.
And then they start looking for a place to move to. So what's the most important thing you can do if your queen does take off during a hive inspection? 1, don't panic. 2, realise that she doesn't want to abandon the colony and she'll do everything in her power to find a way back in. She does this by using her keen sense of smell. She'll be able to smell the colony, and if you can leave the lid off, she'll either find a way back in through the top or in through the front door. But this is the most important thing you can do, and that is stand there, be patient, because as the queen takes off, you're quite possibly one of the tallest things in the landscape. She'll use you as an orientation point, and if you move away from the point right next to the hive, she may end up following you instead of finding a way back into the colony. So be patient, don't panic, wait for her to find a way back in, and 95% of the time she'll find a way back in, no problems at all. Anyway, I hope that helps. If you've got any other tips, whack them in the comments. Questions, of course, put them in the comments, and thank you for watching.